Hello everybody, it's me, TMDC Hyper, here again on the Team Demonic channel, our main channel that we currently got. Anyway, so what we are doing today is the Rack-9 diamond grind, and you know what? This weapon is surprisingly fun to use. Like, it is honestly a really good weapon. What you'll see in the gameplay of is me using the Rack-9 lance, and this is how you shouldn't play with the the Rack-9 whilst you're getting a gold. I'm going to tell you how to do that. There is some things I do in this video that will help you get it gold if you watch it, that I try and do as much as possible for all the challenges. But anyway, we'll get into it. So there is only one variant I can really recommend to make this much easier for you, and one variant I recommend you do not use whatsoever when going for this gold. So the one I do recommend you using is the Gorilla. I don't know. It's basically the common variant that has reduced hipfire spread. This is good. It's going to make you hipfire tighter for when you come through the 160 hipfire kills later on in the future. The one I definitely do not recommend you use whatsoever when you're getting this in gold. I mean, you could use it for the first 100 kills, but after that it's pretty much useless until you get all 160 hipfire kills. So what I do not recommend using is the smoothbore. Do not use a smoothbore because it's a single fire weapon after that. It's one slug shot weapon. And that's bad because when you come to do the hipfire kills, it's so much easier to miss. The hipfire is so much worse with this weapon than the normal weapon. So, no smoothbore, but use the Gorilla. Anyway, so the class I recommend using is the Rack-9 with extended mags, laser sight, ghost, blind eye, hardline, hardwired, and dead silence. It's pretty much the class we've used all the way through all these videos up to now. So, the first challenge you get is the 200 kills like every weapon in the game. So what do I suggest as usual? Run around, get used to using this shotgun, and get used to being, like, for having to play a shotgun playstyle, because it is much different from using like an SMG or an AR. So run around, jump around, slide around, flank around people. You've got dead silence, use it effectively. Don't just not use it, because then it's a waste of a perk. It's a waste of 2 slots in your class. With the Rack-9, I would suggest you be as accurate as you possibly can, because otherwise the pellets won't hit and you'll miss and probably die. So get as close to people as possible and make sure you can get the kills. So the next challenge is the tier challenge, the 160 hipfire kills. This is 160 kills where you do not aim down sights. So after you get these 200 kills, if you don't aim down sights ever again, you get 160 kills. You've done them challenges. So, like I said, don't aim down sights. We've got laser sight on. The hipfire is as tight as it possibly can, unless you use the Gorilla, the common variant. You just want to put yourself in a position where you can get these hipfire kills as easy as possible. So get as close to your enemy as possible. Make sure you're sliding into people, jumping into people, just making sure you're not going to miss. Make sure your laser is placed on the person you're going to kill. And you can flank around people as well. Flank around people if you know it's going to be easier for you to get the kills from behind. Then flank around people. You've got dead silence on. Use it. So, once you do the first tier of the 160 hipfire kills, you get the 25 point blank medals. So, I've been telling you to slide with this weapon. I've been telling you to get up close and personal. This is to train for this moment. The moment where you need to be up close and personal and get 25 close quarter kills. The way you know if you've done one of these is if a point blank medal pops up. And that's 1 of 25. If you get more than one in a game, which is very possible, it's very easy challenge to do with shotguns, then you'll be just happy, won't you? Always think of it as, oh, I have 7 or so now. If I have 1 more, I am doing better than I was before. That's the mindset you've got to have. Just thinking, if I've got more than I had, I'm doing better. So, you want to flank around people, use dead silence effectively as usual. You want to be within 5 meters for this point blank medal to pop up. So, the next challenge after that is 50 kills with this weapon while sliding. And like I've said, I've been teaching you to slide and making sure you can get used to sliding, so it becomes an instinct in your brain every time you see someone slide. Like, because this is what I'm training you for. Slide, get the kill. If you're not using FTL's power slide, it's not unlocked to level 40, make sure you do not aim down sights, because otherwise you will break the slide and it won't count. So, what you want to do is slide into your enemy and shoot them, make sure you're on target. If you are using FTL's power slide, you can aim down sights, and you also have a longer slide duration, so I definitely recommend using it. I'm using it in this video, and you can see that it does help me get a couple of slide kills. You know, if you've got a slide kill medal, wait, restart that sentence. You will know if you've got a slide kill if the low blow medal pops up. And as you've seen just then in the video, I got a low blow medal and it popped up. So you basically slide into while you're gunfights. It's 50 kills while sliding. And you can. It's one of the challenges people find most difficult. But a game mode I will recommend for you as well is to play tactical TDM, because it's so much easier to get kills in that game mode, and that makes it easier for when you're sliding to get the kills. So the challenge after that is 50 kills with no attachments. Simple challenge, really. Take your attachments off, stick some run just perks, or you can run tactical and lethal. Run whatever you want, just make sure you do not have attachments on your weapon. It's literally 50 kills after that. It really couldn't be easy. You could. The best I can say for you is flank round people. You've got dead silence on, use it. Just make sure you're putting yourself in positions where you can get 50 kills. It's not that difficult whatsoever. So the challenge after this is 2 rapid kills 20 times. The reason this challenge is more the most difficult for shotguns, or this shotgun in particular, is because it's a single shot weapon. So that means you pull a trigger, you've got to wait for it to shoot, cock the gun back, and then you can shoot again. So what you need to do is make sure you are aiming and being really, really precise. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Otherwise, you're going to not get the double kill. So what I recommend doing is flanking around people, finding 2 or more enemies, and just making sure you're perfect aiming them and shooting them. As you're flanking around people as well, they can't hear you if you've got dead silence on, so that's another reason why it's good. Yeah, and you can play really aggressively and find 2 people as well. It's really however you want to play it. The last challenge is kill 3 enemies without dying 20 times. So by now you can aim down sights, so if you have the likes of the lance, which I'm using in this video, or the smoothbore, then use them, because if you're aiming down sights, you're going to be much more accurate. So getting 3 kills is going to be much easier. So you can still run, slide, jump, and hit fire people. Yes, that's not a problem. But if you're aiming down sights with these weapons, it's going to be much better for you. You also want to flank round enemies if you've got their silence, because that just makes it much easier to get the 3 kill streaks that you want. If you flank round people, they can't hear your footsteps. So when you're using a headset, is basically boned because they can't hear you, and that's why it makes it easier. So a final tip I can give you for getting the 3 kill streaks is don't think about what you're doing. Don't think about the kills you are, like the amount of kills you are getting. So say if you get 1, don't think, oh, I need 2 more, I've only got 1. And if you've got 2, don't say, oh yes, I've got 2, I only need 1 more, then I can get another notch on my bar, so I've got 1 more 3 kill streak. Because the reason you don't want to be doing that is because when you start thinking like that, you're focusing on the amount of kills you've got. You're focusing on the past. You're focusing on a number, not on the game. You lose concentration on the game. So what I definitely recommend you don't think about it. Just play normally. Just play like, I don't know, like you're on 1 kill. Like you're not even on 1 kill. Like don't want to die. Put yourself into the best position you can get yourself into. If you know someone's going to come around the corner because you can hear them in your headset, wait round that corner, because otherwise, if you rush around there, if you're thinking about the numbers and not, oh, what's the easiest way to get this kill, you're going to rush around there and you're going to die, and it's going to just put you back, and that's not what we want, really. So I hope this video has helped you get the Rack-9 gold. If it has, leave a like, subscribe for more Diamond Grind videos. We have finished shotguns now, so we're going to be moving on to snipers. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing next, so look forward to that. Every 3 days we have a video on a different Call of Duty game when it's from me. So the way I'm doing it is 2 Diamond Grind videos and then another Call of Duty game. If anyone else uploads, it will more than likely be on a different Call of Duty game anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. And sub to the second channel. That's we're trying to get that to grow now. We are doing anything unrelated to FPS on there, and it's so much fun. It's really cool place to be. Follow us on Twitter for for updates on when we'll be uploading videos and when the videos go live. And I think that's all I've got to say. What you're seeing now is the variants of the Rack-9, and I think I'm going to go and check some of my classes in a minute. But yeah, if you want me to do certain things on Call of Duty, on any Call of Duty game, leave them in the comments. I will probably read them all because we don't get that many, but I'll go through them anyway. So if you want us to do a certain challenge, leave it in the comments and we'll soon get round to it. Good news is you've heard from me, Hyper, Hydro, and Oblivion, and we might be getting someone else to upload very, very soon. So yeah, stay around, and that's it.